All right, we are headed to Yuma. We just finished searching, doing a summer well search for the around the gas station where Candace was seen. We finished that, and we are headed toward Yuma. As you can see here, we are almost at the intersection where we turn onto Yuma Road. We're going to turn onto Yuma Road. I've got an address from Layla's search team. I don't know what the relevance is. They said that's an important place to search around, so I'm going to just, for them, I'm going to get in the air and look for anything out of the ordinary. In this case, out of the ordinary, yes, the usual discoloration on the ground, mounds, freshly dug areas. Well, not freshly dug because it would have been a while back, but discoloration that shows a place has been dug up, or an object. That's what we're doing today. We're now on Yuma Road by the cemetery, just heading down this road again. Today is not going to be a random drive. We've got a couple places we want to check out. Drone, and if we have time, we'll keep on going down, finding other places that could be a place that criminals would go off the road, try to hide something. So that's going to be today. Let's get going.
Yeah, right up there's the fire department.
Okay. Yeah, according to them, this is just beyond the fire department, I guess.
It's right there.
That building right there?
Yeah,
okay, that's the fire department.
Volunteer fire. There, look, there's a cabin.
That's an old abandoned cabin.
Yeah. I just happened to notice that this time. We've been out here 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I know.
It's just.
We gotta find a. If I have to pull over on the side of the road, I will. But I'd like to have a public pull off or something. Okay, it's coming up. So keep an eye out on the right side. That area, so way up on the hill.
There's a
See up there, yeah. I've got a drone this whole area, and there's like mountains back there.
Yeah.
I want to see what's back there, if there's any openings. Because you know there could be trails back there.
Yeah.
So the hard part is pulling over.
Somewhere to pull over and do it.
If there was just a church or something. I can't get too far because I have like a good solid mile radius.
Yeah. Every time I see that cow, I think it's a real cow.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like I'm going to have a good pull-off spot.
Yeah. Unless we go to the fire department and park.
We'll see how close the fire department is. Wait, what's this up here? Oh, that's the driveway.
Yeah.
That's not a utility thing, is it?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Alright, fire department it is.
I mean, that's the only option we've got.
Because that is public property.
It's right around past this grave. These 2 houses right here. That's pushing it though on.
It's definitely pushing it. Let me see. I'll do the address and see how far it is. If it's under a mile, it's not bad. This is secluded from the road. I can get to the mountain that way, and I'll just head that way. That's really cool.
The fact that it's still fully standing.
That's an old place.
Is wild.
Yeah. That's really cool. First droning. Get this done. See what we see. The goal here was to take an aerial look at the general area on the side of the mountain just off to the right, where you can see that cliff face sticking out on the side of the mountain. What we want to look for is anything that jumps out as a potential spot accessible from Yuma Road that might be secluded up on that mountainside. The challenge was that I parked over half a mile away in an area that isn't friendly when it comes to transmission of wireless signals. My drone started losing wireless signal well short of the distance where I wanted to turn right and head up into the mountains. I made one final attempt to turn that way and fly toward the mountainside, but I couldn't, so I turned back around to land. So obviously we can't reach it. I went up to a quarter mile. I think it's because of the mountainous terrain or something, but I can get up to almost half a mile. So I could barely get to that area. We've got to figure out a way to get close somehow. We're gonna have to be creative. I didn't see any pull-off points. Maybe in the other direction there was, but
well, we got to go that way anyway.
I just don't know how we're gonna be able to. On the other side of the mountain? No, that's too far.
We got to go that direction anyway to get to the next place.
Okay, let's figure this out. This is so annoying.
I mean, I hate having to do it this way, but we don't have a choice.
I'm so tempted to just ask someone if I can drone from their property.
I mean, do what you gotta do.
Hey, this is a little service.
Well, you're right. I think so, yeah.
It's right down this road. It's not that far. I'm going to try it from here and we'll see what happens. But if I can't do it from here, there's no other place to pull over. I don't want to go all the way down there. No. It's too far. This next attempt was from the opposite direction, almost the same distance as before, but a little less. This time I would aim directly up toward the forested mountainside with the hope that I could reach it from this direction. Again, just as I was about to turn left and head up into the forested area along the mountain, my drone once again started to lose signal. I had no choice but to turn around, head back toward the Jeep, and give up on this particular search location. Alright, once again, just out of range. I was within 200 feet of being able to search the mountainside. Not a good situation.
Yeah.
We're screwed, man. I can't do this. We can't do this spot. Shit.
I don't know what to do now.
Let's look at the map. See if there's any creative place we can pull up into. I can't get to it. I don't know what to do. Shoot, man.
Do you want me to try to drive and pop the top loose and try to fly it?
But then you'll end up driving out of range. You know, you can't stop in the middle of the road, so I'll lose connection and then I could lose the drone. Can't do that. Alright, let's go to the place you and your mom found.
Okay.
Let's go drone that and we'll try to figure this out.
On the way back?
Somehow.
Okay. This is frustrating.
You have the address for
Yes.
it? Okay. Alright, next stop, 6.7 miles.
Yeah, she said it was exactly 9 miles down Yuma.
Okay. Every time we drive down Yuma Road, I'm always stunned by the beauty of this place. You're driving through a valley with mountains on both sides, and in the distance up ahead, you catch glimpses of just how far this mountain range goes. Railroad tunnels are absolutely everywhere, and it's always fascinating to discover the random scattering of old country churches along the way. Beautiful buildings, with a backdrop that is a perfect example of creation itself. Looks like there's a mailbox. Nope, there's not.
So this pull off right here?
What in the world are you talking about? Oh my gosh, that is hidden.
Look. This is where it goes up into.
That is hidden.
Just take a look. Trees lining both sides.
Oh man. This is a really good one to drone. Wow.
Yeah.
It is. The trees are pretty much overhanging the whole thing. That's crazy, man.
It doesn't look like there's been anybody up there recently.
Not often.
And the general chow place is just right down here on the right.
I want to say it's like a hunting cabin or something. Probably.
That's what it looks like, but it looks abandoned too.
Don't see anything. I mean, on the Google Maps, you can't really tell.
Well, I got the screenshot.
Do you? Yeah, no, this is definitely an interesting one.
Hold on just a second.
I'll get ready to launch.
Look, it looks like it's not. Doesn't look like there's tire tracks or.
No, that's got to be a hunting cabin or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like anybody uses it.
No. It looks like an abandoned place, but
yeah,
you never know. Alright, let's launch and check it out. As usual, when we search by air, we're targeting primarily the wooded areas. Most likely, with any locations like this, the criminals would have used the road simply as an access point to a secluded area. It wouldn't be likely that anything would be hidden near any structures itself, but instead into the woods around it. So our goal here was to search the woods up the mountain and off to the sides of this actual driveway and open area. Starting from the back of this opening, I scanned the forest as far as I could toward the mountainside. It did look like a trail headed up back in that direction, but again, this could just be a hunting trail. Regardless, I followed it as far as I could until the tree cover eventually took over completely. I couldn't see very much except for a vast expanse of wilderness that went all the way up to the top of the mountain. I also scanned the areas on both sides of this opening, hoping for a sign of other trails, fields we could scan for objects or discolored earth, or any other sign of a location where something could be hidden. Again, the tree cover this time of year in October made it far too difficult to see very much of anything at all. I didn't stop trying. I spent a lot of time scanning back and forth, looking for anything that might jump out at me as suspicious. I found nothing. Okay, so a whole lot of forest. It's all abandoned, and there's nothing across the road, very isolated here. It's like a picnic table there too. But the road has just, the trees are like encircling the whole road. It's almost like a tunnel. Then you get to this, what looks like a hunting cabin, I think. And we looked for trails or openings. That's why I was circling with the drone camera. Looking for trails, looking for openings. Any place where something could be put and we could see the ground. We couldn't see the ground. It's still grown in. This time of year's tough. It's all, you could see how you could see how forested it is, how thick it is, without walking up through there and searching. There's no way we could see anything from the air. So next we're moving to, we're gonna be going to the abandoned cabin that we found last time and that logging road. I wanna see what's up in the woods there because I could see the trail. I can see that logging trail going up in there. So we'll check that out. So those are the two places we're going to hit next. We decided to head back to our final destination, the old logging roads that went up into the mountainside we had come across during our previous scouting drive. It appeared to be another abandoned property, and during my time today droning this location, as you'll see, the owners of the neighboring property came along and shared with us that the land had actually been for sale for some time. So I was very excited to park this close to the top of the mountain and see if there might be anything interesting along these old roads. Last time we had seen what looked like an old abandoned house just beyond the tree line. But once I was finally in the air over it, it was pretty obvious that the structure was simply an old abandoned shed or older house connected to what looked like another abandoned house down closer to the road. The likelihood of someone trying to hide something in here, in a location with an open field so close to a main road and other houses, wasn't very likely. So I turned and headed up toward the mountain. The goal here was to carefully trace these old jeep trails as they wound their way deep into the mountainside. As I traced the trail, I made sure to capture footage along both sides of the trail into the forest so I could analyze the footage more carefully later back home. The trail was very long, and it branched off in other directions all along the mountainside.
Once I started to reach the outer edge of my drone range, I turned the camera up and noted just how vast this range of mountainside was. I couldn't imagine finding anything if it had been hidden this far up in the mountains of Virginia. We can only hope and pray that this isn't the case. As I came into land, the neighbors drove up and shared with us the history of the area and their past struggles with local drug users constantly coming onto their land.
Yeah.
So yeah, the owners of this place did pull up with their truck, but very sweet lady and her husband, and she said they get drug people and they have to run them off. So that's another little clue that this is a place where people come to do drugs.
Yep.
And if it's a well-known place to do drugs, then it would be a well-known place to get rid of something, potentially. So that area is still on my list. I still need to find out who owns it, but I just wanted to see. It's a walkable trail. It would be a long hike, because my drone was going all the way to the limit, and I kept going higher so I could keep my signal, and I kept going further and further. And it goes all the way up the mountain. All the way up the mountain.
Yeah, but I don't think with it having to be access like that, they'd do that.
That distance they wouldn't, yeah, but maybe closer,
Yeah.
somewhere out here. I don't know. I agree that it would be hard to bring something up in there and go up the mountain, but I don't know if it would be out of the question for them to come here if there's drug activity in the area. So
As we headed home, I decided to pull over so we could talk over our strategy going forward with the Layla Santanello case.
So of all the places we hit today, what are your thoughts?
The hunting cabin, I feel like, seems like the most logical.
Because of the road, the type of road,
Yeah,
the
the
way it
type
looks.
of road.
Yeah.
And just location, and at night you'd never
See anything.
You just cut your lights off, peel out, peel up that hill.
It's easy to miss that road.
Yeah.
Kill the lights, people would just fly right by. They
Yeah.
wouldn't see anything. So yeah, maybe. And unfortunately, we couldn't get to the address we were given by Layla's search team. I was going to turn and go straight toward the mountain, and I hit the limit on both directions, and we drove back and forth and looked for places to pull over. It's pretty much a drop off on both sides or someone's lawn. So there's no way to get there with a drone, unfortunately.
Unless you walk up the road and launch it from.
Walk up the side of the road holding the controller. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. This was an interesting day. We saw a lot of really cool locations. Honestly, the views alone up there are just unbelievable. And that old cabin we saw up on the hill, that was crazy. So anyway, that's going to do it for today. We're headed back. I think Jen is starting to text me because she doesn't want to do a barbecue anymore. She wants to get takeout. So we're probably going to get takeout tonight. And that's my payment for her letting me go out all day. That's how it works when you're married. So anyway, thank you all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.
The Yuma area, Carter's Valley, Gate City, and this whole area has become a major focal point in our search for both Layla Santanello and Holland Snap. It's a very short drive from where Layla was allegedly last seen. It's also across state lines, which makes it more difficult for law enforcement in Tennessee to take action, and it's an area so mountainous and thick with forest that it would be virtually impossible to find anything that's intentionally hidden out here. Yuma Road seems to go on endlessly through the valley between these mountains. It does feel nearly hopeless to find anything out here. Knowing where to look is only half the battle. Actually finding something intentionally hidden out here would be an absolute miracle. Still, we won't give up, because all it takes is one random hiker coming across one random spot to uncover the truth with any of these cases. God works in mysterious ways, and we can only hope that He is using us in whatever ways He sees fit.